try not to stand behind this podium because they're not actually designed for those of us that are vertically challenged. So I'm gonna kind of move to the side as much as I can. I don't know about you all, but I was incredibly inspired by this morning's panel. Yeah? And I hope that I won't bore you, and I hope that my colleagues won't bore you. I suspect that we won't. But what I hope that we all can do is turn to a little bit more practical conversation. So what does this mean? What does it mean to apply science and technology for sustainable, environmentally sustainable solutions at businesses? What does it mean for actual jobs for you? What does it mean for applying this to your life today, even before you go to college, even before you get jobs? What does it mean? And I have to say that, like Bob, I love my job. I love my job. I'm inspired every single day. Not only was I inspired here, but every single day when I talk to the engineers in my company, when I talk to the people working on our trucking fleet, working on our products, working on our jewelry, working on our electronics, on our food and agriculture, they are inspiring because they're solving these problems. These problems are going to be solved, I believe in my heart. And I came from the nonprofit community. I worked for years and years in the nonprofit community. It's a critical community, we need it, but I believe these problems are going to be solved in companies. And I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of how we can do that. So I'm going to describe, there's so much to talk about, and I could have talked for the entire 3 hours about what we're doing at Walmart. I think Walmart is by far the leading company in this space, and I'm not surprised that I'm sharing the stage today with McDonald and Coke because I think they're right up there with us. I've seen a lot of companies. We have 60,000 suppliers. Think about that. 60,000 suppliers. That's just our first tier supply chain. I've seen a lot of companies, and McDonald's and Coke are up there, leading the edge with us. So I'm going to describe a little bit about how we look at environmental sustainability at Walmart. I can't go into detail about everything that we're doing because there's just way too much, but I'll try to give a top-level overview. And then I'll go into a little bit more detail in a couple of areas that are more specific to technology. And then I want to I've put a couple little videos throughout here of real people working in real jobs in Walmart so that you don't think it's just all sort of at the CEO level. It happens at the CEO level at Walmart. It has to start there, but it can only be real if people in the company are working on it. So I'm going to show you a couple little videos on that too. So we have 3 big goals. These are our aspirational goals. These were set out by our CEO, Lee Scott, in 2005. Our goals are to be supplied by 100% renewable energy, to create 0 waste, and to sell products that sustain our resources and environment. If those sound huge to you, they are. And we have about 30 more concrete, measurable goals with benchmarks and timelines underneath each one of these so that we can actually measure our progress, because it's pretty hard to measure progress against this kind of aspirational goal. But if you don't have these kind of goals for your business and for yourself and for your life, how do you know what drives you every day? So this is what drives us every day. And then we have more measurable goals that we use to measure our progress. Now when we think of sustainability, environmental sustainability at Walmart, when we started evaluating what's really our impact, we very quickly realized that actually over 90% of our impact is outside of our 4 walls. So we use an approach that we call Sustainability 360, and it looks like we've lost the top of the page there, but that's all right. So sustainability at 360 at Walmart means we look not only at our own footprint,